Hey there guys, James here, and welcome once again to the Movie Addiction. This is my very first review here on the channel, and this is kind of an emotional moment for me because it's my first review. It's like I'm popping my cherry for the first time. I mean, I've been on YouTube a few times with Who Addicts Reviews and everything for the past 3 years, but this is my first movie review on YouTube, so yeah, this is pretty darn an emotional moment for me, so let me just have this moment. Moment had, thank you. Now, I know that I said that my first review was going to be Captain America Civil War, but I just recently went to go and see a film called Midnight Special, and that's the film I'm going to be reviewing today. I found it kind of meh, but I'll get onto that. I apologise about the rain, because I live in Britain, and yeah, even in springtime, there's a lot of rain. So then, let's begin reviewing Midnight Special. 3, 2, 1, action. Midnight Special is a sci-fi action film written and directed by Jeff Nichols. Now, the guy also directed another film that was well received called Mud, starring Matthew McConaughey, so I'll probably give that film a go at some point. This film stars Michael Shannon and Joel Edgerton as two men that are trying to hide a gifted young boy from a religious cult and the federal government. Now, for starters, this film has a lot of gaps. Like, a lot. Some people would say that this movie is smart and clever because it's not spoon-feeding any of the audience. It's letting us use our own imagination to fill in the gaps for ourselves. But the thing is that sometimes this movie feels a bit disjointed and a little bit confusing at times because of the things that it doesn't explain. Now, in my opinion, I don't think the movie should have actually started the way it did. It starts with Michael Shannon and Joel Edgerton. They're in a motel room and they're watching this news report on the TV that they have kidnapped this young boy. And this boy is very, very special. And what makes him so special, I hear you ask? He can shite. He can shite? He can shite. Of course he can shite. He's a young boy. He's a human being. Or at least for part of the movie we think he is. So, of course he can shite. Let's do that again. This boy can shoot J.J. Abrams' lens flares out of his eyes, and he can actually send some sort of information into this person's head. I don't know whether it's some intergalactic sort of thing where they now know the whole secrets of the universe. I think that is meant to be kept a secret throughout the entire movie. Now, there are two sets of people after this young boy. There is a place called the Ranch. It's this religious cult that he was raised in, where they believe that he is a sign of planet Earth's fate. And there is the federal government, people like the CIA, FBI, the army. And for the final act of the movie, it's like the Ranch, that religious cult, is kind of like just shoved aside, completely forgotten. And, you know, it's just, I don't know, it just baffles me how that group of people were completely forgotten. These two men that were sent to fetch the child and kill anyone who tries to stop them, they are supposedly killed by the army or the FBI. We really don't know. We don't know who kills them or how they do it or whatever, because that's one of the gaps, because Jeff Nichols wants us to think about that for ourselves. The Ranch don't even try to get him back again. This whole group of people have dedicated their lives to believing in this young boy, and at one point they say that they believe that if this young boy is in their presence, if they have this boy with them, then this group of people will be safe. But once they send those two morons to go get him, and they get themselves killed, we don't see them again. It's just, it's an absolutely bizarre movie at times, and like I said, the gaps in this movie are just unbelievable. But don't get me wrong, there are some very good parts. I must admit, I was enthralled by who this young boy was. I wanted to know who this boy was and where he came from. I got to admit, where he came from and who he actually was kind of randomly slotted into the movie, and he just walks right into a room and he just goes, yeah, this is who I am. And this is where I come from, just by, you know, CGI flash of light and a whole orb sort of engulfs a forest of sorts that they're in, and that is suddenly how they know who he is and what he is. It's just, I don't know, it's just the whole sort of mystery of that movie kind of loses itself. I really enjoyed the acting from Michael Shannon and Joel Edgerton. I found their characters really, really enjoyable. I apologise that I haven't given these actors' characters names, because this movie really doesn't make me care about it enough to actually remember their characters' names. And Kylo Ren is in it. Yes, Adam Driver is in this movie. He plays this nerdy analyst. for the government, and he is just absolutely brilliant in this movie, and so is Kirsten Dunst. I really enjoyed her in this movie as well, so yes, thank God the acting has been really, really good. So yes, Midnight Special, I suggest you do see it. It is worth a watch. It is quite enthralling. It does get you interested, but I don't know, it's confusing in parts, and I didn't really get it in quite a bit of it, but it is definitely worth a watch, so I would give Midnight Special 3 stars out of 5. I'm going to be going to see Captain America Civil War tonight at 12 AM. I won't be getting home until 2 AM. God, I'm going to be shattered. And also, you guys can expect my spoiler-free review of Civil War this coming weekend, either on the Saturday or the Sunday. Don't worry, that will be spoiler-free, so anyone who wants to see someone's opinions on the movie but not get it spoiled for you, then you guys can enjoy that. Also, in a good 2 to 3 weeks' time, when the rest of the world has probably seen Civil War, you guys can expect a spoiler-filled review here on the channel with my first collaboration video with my long-time movie-going friend Connor Lightbody. We always tend to bicker on the movies that we go and see, and so it should be entertaining. We'll either be bickering at how much one of us loved it or one of us hated it, or we'll either be jumping up and down in excitement in how much we both loved it. So, you know, I mean, so either way, it's going to be entertaining. So then, guys, please comment in the section below what you guys thought about Midnight Special, and subscribe to get yourselves addicted. And